Okay, here we are, Inner City Press, Matthew Russell Lee, here in Foley Square. We're covering the Sarah Palin versus New York Times trial. It's getting pretty interesting. They're really slicing the cheese very fine about that particular editorial. They have on the stand Ms. Cohn, who edited the piece, hand-wringing about the coarsening of our dialogue, but also saying that the Times has a policy when it does corrections of not trying to repeat the error. That's why they didn't mention Sarah Palin in their correction. That's going to be something that's going to keep resonating. Anyway, we're covering the trial. You can find it. Also did a song. Might want to check that out. This was more troubling to me. Yesterday, late afternoon, there was a sentencing of Stephen Calk. He was the Chicago-based banker of the Federal Savings Bank, who used that FDIC bank to make loans to Paul Manafort and try to get a job with the Trump administration. His list didn't just include Deputy Secretary of the Army. He considered being the U.S. ambassador to the UN if he could purchase that post. So it seems like a serious crime, and he went to trial and he was convicted. But due to the vicissitudes, a lot of the sentencing guidelines are based on the value of the bribe. And it turns out, due to gentrification, that the Manafort home in Brooklyn shot up in value despite, according to his lawyers, the marshals allowing vagrants to move inside. So, long story short, he got a year and a day, which, okay, all right. Earlier in the day, a guy for Blu-ray disc got 22 months, but a year and a day. And then, bail pending appeal there to the Second Circuit. Well, maybe he'll never serve a day in jail. Banker's justice. Compare this to many other people. Now, in the time remaining, the Genocide Games. Guterres went, Antonio Guterres, Secretary General. He gave his blessing to genocide, to mass incarceration of the Uyghurs. When he came back, the softball correspondents inside didn't ask him about Jeff Merkley calling it shameful. Asked him, what about Michelle Bachelet getting a visit? He said, I think they're going to do it. They're going to do it. Michelle Bachelet she's the High Commissioner of Human Rights. She sat on the report. She's part of the problem. These people are covering up genocide and they are debasing the UN and banning the press that asks. It's disgusting. Inner City Press, Matthew Russell Lee, Maxwell, to be continued.